Hey, how's it going, guys? This is another episode of Dudes vs. Everything, and with me, as always, we have... I also forgot to introduce myself. My name is Zachary Myers, but as always, we have...
Jesus Perez, and...
Rudy Robles.
And...
Jen, I'm the senior marketing team.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode, another Thursday. We do have our two extra guests. Myers is one. You guys have heard him in our other episodes. Yep. And then we got Genevieve over here. Jenny. Can I call you Jenny? All right, we're
no,
gonna call
please
you
no. Call me Jen.
Jenny from the block.
She was in an episode prior, but then that episode got fucking fucked. So
we scrapped it. Friday ruined the whole thing, so we were like, "Fuck this." We're no, we're kidding. The application just crashed on us.
Yeah, the
Jesus overrided it with porn.
That's not what I did. But I hope everyone's been having a great week, because we have, and it is Dudes versus Everything, another episode.
Yeah,
It's another special Thursday.
Special Thursday. What makes it special, Myers?
Because we don't have work tomorrow.
that is true.
To leave.
So now we can get like really drunk and not have to go to PT tomorrow.
Wait, do you guys even know why we have a 4-day?
It's the
Army's birthday on Monday,
go.
actually.
Yeah.
June 14, 1775.
And it's crazy that we actually don't have to go in and do a run, because I remember 2 years ago, we fucking, for the Army birthday, we ran like 8 miles. It was not okay. There's actually a picture on the squadron Facebook page. I'm in the front of the formation. You can see me dying.
Nice.
It's not
nice. If
Were
you look
you
at
like more lean at the time?
I was skinny. I was pretty skinny. I feel like I'm pretty cut now. No, I'm still pretty.
If you look at the calendar, it'll say like Flag Day.
Yeah, it's Flag Day.
We all know it's the Army's birthday.
They should change all calendars to reflect that. It should just be like,
I mean, people won't care.
Yeah, like the civilian population just like, oh, Army birthday, okay, all right.
well, what is that?
Then they hear Flag Day and they're like, oh, America, flags.
Yeah.
I actually had to run 3 miles today because I'm
You ran
too fat.
30
for the
miles.
Army.
We,
Three miles.
we
Oh,
ran.
I was
He
today.
walked.
Okay.
I did not walk the whole way.
Most of You started running when Sergeant Forbag came back for your ass.
No, that's not true.
Alright, but back on topic. Today we are talking about, and this is probably going to be a series within the show itself,
We're
because
talking about aliens.
we are not talking about aliens.
We're talking about aliens.
I had to throw
Get in the
something out
loop,
there.
dude.
We are talking about cults.
Cults.
And CULTS, cults. Not like the NFL
Like a Colt
cults.
45.
But like, no,
Like
not
a
the beer
Colt
cults.
45.
Or the weapon.
Or the weapon. No, we're talking about cults. And today, Robles, what is it?
Colts.
Jim
No.
Jones?
Our topic.
Oh, the cult that we're talking
The
about?
cult.
Oh, yeah,
not
well,
about
well, the cult that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that
that's
I-
we're all talking about.
Wait,
Oh, well, not
wait,
that
well,
we're all talking
well,
about. She's got a
Jenny
little
is
bit.
fucking-
Yeah, we'll get to her.
Okay.
Oh, wow, thanks, yeah.
I said we'll get to her. We'll get to her right afterwards.
The cult that I guess we're talking about is God's Children. God's Children is it's a really fucked up like story in history if you ever fucking like learn about it. I do remember learning about it actually in high school.
I never did.
You never did?
I never learned
never
about
did
any
either.
cult.
It was like a super touchy subject.
You know, maybe they were trying to recruit you.
No.
Maybe.
And they were teaching us about it. Nah,
Yeah,
fucking-
Maybe your
exactly.
teacher was
Yeah,
part
man.
of it. And he was like, hey, kids.
Nah, it was my history teacher who taught it. Like he didn't give a fuck. He was cool. He's like one of those dudes who like always wore plaid and like really tight fucking khakis. He was that dude.
Did he have
Okay.
a beard?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool.
But you didn't mention it didn't start off. I mean, it started off as God's children or the children of God, but throughout time as time progressed, they they had name changes pretty much, and they were disbanded, and then not disbanded, but
Actually, they're
the
still
name
going today.
disbanded, and what today's name is the institution, the Family
Family International.
The Family International.
You can actually still find them today online. They're trying to kind of go away from like their whole history and past.
They're trying to completely change their image because they're
for obvious reasons.
Robles will get to that, but I just want to say to start off, they were fucked up. They were really fucked up. And now it's like, hey guys, you know, we wanna start over. we really can you forgive us, please?
I mean, there's really no way to do that because it'd be like the KKK just trying to be like, we love black people. Or like the Nazis being like, oh, we love Jews, you know, like forget about the millions of Jews that we killed, you know, like let's make amends, let's be friends.
Is this the one where the guy pretended to be like a psychic? And he like wore glasses. Is that this one or is that a different guy?
So that's a different cult.
Yeah, it's a different cult. Yeah. Well, the head of the cult, which he eventually died, and hopefully we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But he pretty much gave himself, like, his ego was fucking huge. Like, right? He named himself the prophet, the son, or the fucking like he was the almighty on earth, right?
Because there's another guy who pretended to be like, oh, you know, I have God's gift, and he'd be the one that's like, I can heal you, like, and like
the Messiah or something.
Yeah, like I don't remember what that one was, but it sounds very similar to this one.
Yeah, but before we get onto that, what's everyone drinking?
Oh, I guess I'll start. I'm drinking.
You want clockwise?
I'm drinking for the viewers who are.
If you're watching the video portion of this, he's holding it up.
1800 silver with orange juice, and it is absolutely delicious.
Tequila.
It's tequila.
Yes. I'm glad.
What did you guys just do?
Don't worry about it. I am drinking for those fucking viewers.
God damn, dude.
Oh god, that's really close.
This big ass fucking boot.
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Ich bin in Steiner von fucking. So I'm drinking.
I don't speak Japanese.
That's not what?
What? Racist remark number 1. Count it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry that.
All right. If you guys want to play a game, if you're for the listeners, everyone that's listening, if you guys want to give yourself a drinking game, and you're listening while drinking, drink a shot every time you think that we said something racist. Not even racist. Just anything controversial.
I think that's like a whole show, bro.
Exactly.
You're gonna be hammered by the first 5 minutes.
Exactly.
I apologize. I didn't really mean. That.
Okay, but no. Yeah, you're drinking out of a giant glass-shaped boot.
Yeah, so I'm drinking out of a giant fucking glass boot, primarily known as Das Boot.
Or giant dick.
Number 2.
How is that racist?
No, it's controversial.
Controversial. Okay.
So actually, what I am drinking is called The Sound. It is a double India Pale Ale by Great Notion Brewing. It's actually really delicious. Me and Perez actually went to Seattle earlier this week.
This past Saturday.
Yeah, and we literally went for shits and gigs, and we talked to some crackheads. And if you want to listen to that interview that we had with some crackheads, you can actually listen to that on our Patreon.
Did you upload it to the Patreon?
I have not, but
okay,
it will be uploaded to the Patreon.
As of now, as we are recording, it is currently as of June 10th, 2021.
Yeah.
7:46 p.m. It is not currently on the Patreon, but we are adding things to the Patreon because right now there isn't anything. Also, before you finish that, also to the Patreon, which is patreon.com/DVE, I will be adding the mini-sode that we recorded live in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yes, we recorded live in Seattle Park.
Yeah, on
that
that
it was just us though.
we talked about mindfulness and meditation and what it basically means to basically self.
Yeah.
Have an outlook on yourself. But also that same day we talked to some crackheads.
Later that night we literally had an hour and a half conversation with 2 crackheads who apparently are well off, but are just crackheads.
But
so
if you want to know more about it,
never judge a crackhead by its cover.
Yeah. If you want to know more about it, go to our Patreon.
Yeah.
But anyways, I am drinking The Sound Double India Pale Ale by Great Notion Brewery.
Wait, can I see that? I want to look at the cover of that.
So their art is actually pretty fucking amazing. I don't know who their artist is, but every single can has different art. I'm not gonna say what Perez is drinking because he obviously has to say what he's drinking. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really good. It's really delicious. I'm drinking a fuck ton of them. They're really like
100% would not guarantee 100%, 10 out of 10 recommend, right?
Yep. Would 120% recommend.
A 4-pack usually the 4-packs differ.
Yeah.
But the one that rolled this guy, I think his 4-pack was $20.
Yep.
One of the 4-packs that I got, because I'm also drinking Great Notion, but I'll get to that after Fry.
Yeah.
Now,
if you think that is a little on the expensive side, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? But you pay for what you get. This shit is fucking delicious. And Genevieve just... Anyways, Genevieve, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking
Juicy juice.
And if you ask what's in my mug, mind your business.
It's more juice.
More juice that's oddly colored.
Juicy juice, if you're listening, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
But yes,
Great Notion, please sponsor us.
Great
Also,
Notion.
my name isn't Jenna Bean.
It's Jenna. No, it's Jenna Bean.
It's
now.
Jenna
It's
Bean.
not Jenna Bean. Actually, that's what my mom called me that.
Yeah, no, nice.
It's Genevieve.
I'm drinking the Cosmic Banditos from Great Notion, and honestly, no, I 100% agree. Their fucking art and their art is like I would totally hire this dude or woman or person thing, maybe alien, I don't know. But Great Notion, this one is Cosmic Banditos, excuse me, and it's a 6%. 1 pint, 16 ounces. All their cans are 16 ounces, by the way, so it's not like you're paying for a tiny can. And it is a sour that tastes like
your father
the sexual juices of fruits and that are brewed within, like, I don't know, it is so amazing. And if you guys ever have a chance to come up to the Pacific Northwest and visit like Portland or like Upper Seattle and visit their breweries that are only like 2 or 3 breweries, definitely do it. Definitely worth the price. And you know, if you're listening, Great Notion, just know that we love you.
Yeah.
Please sponsor us, Great Notion. Yeah. But no, speaking of come up to the Pacific Northwest, my mom and my little brother are actually flying up here next Tuesday.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice,
my
congrats.
mom's never been on this side of the coast. My little brother's never even been in a plane.
Didn't your mom come earlier this year, though?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Shit.
I went home for Christmas, and then I drove all the way home. It was like a 31-hour drive.
It's their first time here.
Was that?
It's their first time here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Shit,
Yeah.
the last time my fucking mom was... I'm sorry. The last time my mom was here, she was, well, culture shocked because...
Culture shocked.
I mean, she... For those of you who can't fucking see what my fucking skin color is, I am on the tan side.
If you guys ever seen that Family Guy episode where where Peter Griffin gets pulled up by the cop and the cop takes out a fucking shader, he would be pulled up and pulled over and handcuffed. He's not brown or dark brown, but we're Mexican, so we have a tint.
Yeah,
A tan complexion.
we have multiple
that will
tints.
get you arrested.
Yeah, fucking Zachary is light skinned.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's like,
reflective white.
he would be, if he was Mexican, he would be considered like a dark, unwanted Mexican. That's, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Wait,
Why is it
No. So
Unwanted?
drink to that.
So like that. So if you buy, like, no, Mexicans like are very, like, in Mexico, like there's a whole like system. They're like, they are, what do you call it? They're not racist to each other, but they're very what do you call it? Picky with each other?
Racist.
Okay, fuck it. Racist. They're racist with each other. The darker Mexicans are seen as less attractive as the lighter Mexicans.
So it's just like segregation, pretty much.
They're not segregated. They're
It's
just like
segregated.
seen
Well,
like
they're not
less
segregated,
than.
but, like, they-
Because they're also coincidentally the darker ones grow like they are in states and cities where there's like less rich people, and then coincidentally the lighter ones are like you find them in the fucking like successful cities.
All right, so it's not coincidence. It's definitely segregated. If you've ever been to Mexico, you definitely 100% fucking know. I'm sorry. It definitely 100% know that the lighter skinned Mexicans, basically,
In Mexico,
like basically my fucking color, the lighter skinned fucking Mexicans, definitely had it better. The darker skinned Mexicans are definitely fucking within the fucking fields or in the really fucking like really bad.
You're
areas.
just seen as less than.
Yeah, and it's really fucked up. I mean, if you ever been to Mexico, you will definitely 100% see it. The fucking lighter skinned Mexicans are always within the fucking superior area, whereas the darker skinned Mexicans definitely are not.
Yeah,
and it's not for coincidence. It's definitely because it's a segregated fucking area. It's,
cultural division or society levels, I guess.
yeah, and they're not going to do anything about it. It's been that way for many years, and it's going to be like that. Because there is no fucking change.
Mexico is not that very. It's progressive, but nowhere near as progressive as like the U.S.
It's. Great no shit, sponsors.
I agree to that comment.
Yeah,
They are fucking.
yeah. It's super fucked up, man. It's like the more central Mexico you get, the more you see that lighter skinned Mexicans are living lavishly. They're fucking living in all these fucking mansions and living in these fucking like beautiful homes and living in these like great fucking like no crime, no fucking anything. But then you get to like the more southern areas towards the Panama or even closer to the borders.
Yeah.
And you start to see more darker complexion Mexicans. And it's really fucked up. And that's how it's been for fucking years.
Forever.
Well, you know, I just want to acknowledge that, like, we're all different shades of colors right now. Like, you know, we got Fry, we got Robles, we got me, we got Perez. Like, we're all different colors that we're not, like,
You don't really do that.
We're all here in the same room, you know, talking, having a good time, getting drunk together, like. And I feel like the Army's a really good thing about that. Like, a lot of people get together, and you really don't see a lot of racism in the Army.
Born in America.
Obviously, there is some, and that needs to be worked out.
Yeah.
Because there's just people who are stuck in their ways. But for the most part,
In the United States?
yes.
In the Army? Fuck yeah. There's definitely 100% racism in the Army.
Sure.
But at the same time, without the Army, I would probably never be friends with Juarez or like anyone of his ethnicity.
Juarez is, I'm sure you guys have seen him. He is the shorter, darker, other bean that's been on
Number 3. Number 3.
Bean number 3.
Being number 3.
And that is another thing, Dudes versus Everything is trying to challenge and, versus, I guess, what challenge? Challenge.
Yeah, we're versus everything.
We're versus everything, and we are challenging fucking racism.
Well, I guess if you guys are being 1, 2, and 3, I guess I'll be like chicken wing number 1 or some shit. I guess.
Unseasoned chicken.
Vanilla bean.
Vanilla.
Like
It's actually, what is it? Cinnamon
plain.
twist and where's his brown sugar?
I'm the
there you go, cinnamon twist.
I'm the lightly seasoned Popeye's chicken.
If you want to know what me and Rollis are really compared in the food section, go to our website and then scroll down on the front page, and then you will see a very compact bio.
Yes.
Before reading our actual bios, there's a compact bio, which, you'll see.
I think a lot of people actually read that.
You'd be actually. So I was looking at the analytics of our website.
Mm-hmm.
It's been getting more attention.
Nice.
Nice
cock.
Day by day, the click-through rate is there, but the bounce rate is also there. So like people, for the most part, are on the website less than a minute.
Yeah,
so
nice.
So I don't know what it is that in that minute you decide to leave the fucking website and not go through the fucking rest of it. But you should definitely, if you visit the website, explore everything on there. We're really trying. So
I think it's definitely like, I mean, maybe I'm going way too deep into it, but I think it's definitely like, the fucking pizzazz or the fucking like, the fucking eye-catching thing. Like,
you don't think our website is eye-catching?
No, I think it's eye-catching. Well, I mean, we're biased.
Yeah.
We're biased.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I think it's fucking glorious.
But if you were to get a regular
very hard
consumer
on that.
out of nowhere and you were to tell them, like, imagine it as a store, and you were to tell them, like, hey, walk into this store and
Here's the website. I'm on the website. I'm scrolling through. It'll be more than a minute this time.
Genevieve is
Continue,
also on this.
Roblox.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same
Guys,
thing.
check out the website, please.
But yeah, it's you gotta have that eye-catching shit because the regular person's fucking like attention span is really short. But going on from that, I want to definitely go on into the fucking into the main topic that we're going about today.
Mm-hmm.
Cults.
Cults have been a thing literally since the fucking dawn of time. There's always that. No, think about it. You got fucking a whole herd of fucking monkeys, and then you got monkey, and then you have that one fucking monkey who like was like, "Hey yo,
You trying to sacrifice this dude?
It's like he.
And he's the only monkey that talks like that, and everyone speaks English. Like, dude, what the fuck are you
It's
talking
like,
about?
bro, we developed our English system 25,000 years ago, bro.
But yeah, cults have definitely been a fucking thing for a very, very long time. You can definitely see it throughout history, throughout many different fucking ages where like, oh shit, the fucking like the end times are near, like we gotta fucking do something about it. Or like even within the fucking Aztec times where they were like, hey yo, let's cut this dude's fucking head off for some fucking reason. Throw it down this fucking pyramid and let's see if the gods like that shit.
Yeah, no, and speaking about like civilization and humans being a thing, did you know that only 2% of humans, as we are now with our brains and so you know how there were the fucking the Stone Age and the fucking Neanderthals and how all that was, so when we became like the modern human, like many thousands of years ago, like our brain and everything developed, written history, there's only been 2% out of the entire, so sorry, 98% of all the modern human body is lost. And that it goes back thousands upon thousands of years. So just imagine like what the fuck they were doing, you know? Because we really only started recording history maybe 6,000 to 8,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Before that, there was many thousands of years where we were a thing, but it was just not recorded.
Yeah, I mean, the earliest fucking like times that things were actually fucking recorded was during the fucking the Sumerian times,
Which was when?
way a very, very fucking long time ago. I mean,
Okay.
way before fucking like time was even fucking recorded. I mean, a lot of things have changed. You know, a lot of things have fucking evolved, definitely, 100%.
According to Google, it was within the 4,500 BC.
Yeah.
But even before then, there was a little bit recorded history. So whatever dates that was.
And think about it, 45,000 fucking years BC.
No, not 45,000.
4,500.
45,000. Well,
Yeah, that would... 4,500 is still a long time. I mean, think about it. Like, 30 years ago, we would have never fucking, like, actually anticipated the amount of technology that we have today. That's 30 years. Imagine 4,500 fucking years.
if we...
BC,
So
mind you.
So pretty much, if we never lost any of the technology, and if we started when we were first recording history, so if like 6,000, no, yeah, 6,000 years ago, imagine us being 6,000 years ahead of time right now.
I can't even imagine that.
Like, we'd be like in like I don't even know.
But at the same time, like are humans even really going to be around 6,000 years from now? I mean, you never know because we have
humans have been around for a very long
they've been
time.
around for a while, but you got to think like if we don't get off this planet and some asteroid like Apophis, I think it comes in with like I want to say like 2030 something or 2040. I'm not exactly sure.
I think by then we'll have some global defense system able to like counteract that asteroid.
I know like Elon Musk is like already on his shit, like trying to get humans to Mars and
if only a very small percentage of humans is ever going to make it to Mars.
That's the start, though.
That's the start.
I remember when I was in fucking like middle school or by middle school, like we were already talking about, hey, we're gonna put a first civilization in a fucking Mars.
It's been in the works or like been talked about for a couple decades now, a few decades.
Like I was in middle school and they were saying like, oh shit, in the year 2025 we will have the first humans on Mars,
which is kind of crazy because
they're not that far off from that.
Yeah, we're coming up on it soon.
Yeah, we're not that far off from it, and it's crazy to think about because like in the I guess not short span, but within a pretty decent span of years, we are somewhat close to like putting fucking humans on Mars, and that's fucking insane to me.
The fact that humans are gonna be leaving Earth to another celestial body in our solar system.
And I feel like we should talk about this in another podcast.
Yeah.
But quick question: do you think that we should terraform and start a new life on Mars?
Yes.
Or pay more attention to actually saving our own planet? Both?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we should.
You can do both.
We can do both, though.
100%.
Okay, but think about it.
I'm really thinking hard about it.
The Earth is about money.
Okay.
The whole Earth right now.
Yeah.
Earth itself is about money.
Yes.
It's about currency. It's about actual tender.
Yes. I understand that. We can take air. You understand, like, the world... the amount of money throughout the entire globe, it is more than $30 trillion. It is in the tens of trillions of dollars, and there's only right now 1 or 2 companies that are really getting us to Mars. And if we really focused on like getting to Mars, a couple companies doing that, wow, the rest we can totally I feel like right now I think you are disagreeing because we're not as a whole globe united.
Yes, that's what basically I'm saying. We as a whole are not united because we are so full in our greed. Are you willing to spend, say for example, 50% of your income right now? This is a big fucking number, but if every human right now were to spend 50% of their income right now, we could definitely fucking like fathom a whole civilization, our future civilization on Mars. But are you willing to sacrifice? Because it is a sacrifice nowadays.
But I mean, that's 50%.
Sacrifice 50%. That's
half of my money. I got bills.
Exactly.
It's a sacrifice for the benefit of the sustainment of human life.
If I could give away 50% of my money and still be able to survive and be comfortable, then yeah.
But you can't though. That's the thing. Humanity will never.
Well, even a couple percent is not. But you're talking about half. A couple percent will go a long way.
That's probably how much it will actually take to start and actually like prosper a civilization on Mars and actually terraform and actually like fucking like actually see a foreseeable future on Mars.
Yeah.
And save our own planet itself. Yeah. And people are not willing to do that. So that's why I definitely think that we are not able to both save our planet and actually start a civilization on Mars because people are not willing to sacrifice that much.
I feel like I'm gonna stop you guys right there because we're really venturing off topic, and we're getting into a completely different topic of what this episode is supposed to be.
Listen to next week's episode for that.
So we're gonna go with Jennifer's. Jen, the vanilla bean, vanilla twist.
Oh God.
Twisty twist, crispy, chippity chip.
Can I just say one more thing about that topic?
What?
So
you can't. Sorry, no, we're over it. Oh, Jen, go ahead.
No.
I want to hear. I just want to say, like, I feel like eventually at some point humans will come to realize that, you know, we do need to really be focusing on Earth, but at the same time getting humans to Mars. Like there will be both. I feel like eventually there'll come a point where like there's gonna be, you know, mass starvation, whatever the fucking whatever the word is.
If we don't fix it,
and like, you know, they'll be like, oh shit, you know, Apophis is coming, you know, like some sort of asteroid or whatever, and they'll be like, you know, we really gotta save the fucking human species. And I feel like eventually people will realize like, damn, maybe we should actually try and invest in this.
Yeah. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Next week's episode.
We're doing mine right now?
Yeah, we're doing yours because yours is more of a... Robles has got a lot to say. And if we get to him first, then we'll get to you.
Oh, boy. I don't know about that. I did figure out the name of the other one, though, that I was talking about that sounded really similar. It was People's Temple.
The People's Temple,
The People's Temple. That was the one that I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm going to talk about Waco, Texas, which...
Actually, if you haven't watched the Netflix series, it's a Netflix series.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
Check it out.
I did a report on it in high school, pretty in depth. So basically, David Koresh, it did not start with him, but he was a Seventh-day Adventist, which was also, what was it called? The Davidians.
Okay.
Which he kind of branched off into his own. Which is why it's called the Davidians, because David.
Oh, Davidian. So I was thinking like divinity, as in like divine.
No, Davidian.
David Ians.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So actually, his real name was George Roden, or no, it was Howell. Something
Seth
Howell.
Rogen.
Vernon Howell. That's his name. And he changed his name in 1990 to the biblical kings David and Cyrus, which is actually Koresh, and assumed complete control of the whole group. So, long story short, he held his whole group in a warehouse of sorts for months, and there was a very long siege. I forgot how many days it was, but there was people...
Several days.
Yes, there was across several days. I wasn't ready for this. But so there was this whole siege, and they were they're 24/7, and there was actually like bombs going off, and David Koresh was threatening to shoot his multiple wives and children that he had, because, you know, he'd marry the children of his wives afterwards. He had multiple wives.
He had a rule where within the church where or the warehouse, as you say, where anything going on had to go through him, and pretty much he was technically the only one allowed to have sex with these women, pretty much.
That ain't no church.
That's cool.
No
I mean, that's cool.
That man is the master.
But what else happened?
So basically this siege ended in a mass suicide.
Oh, really? I
he
didn't know
shot
that.
himself and others.
Oh.
While they were able to get some children out. I believe it was 75 people died in total.
Oh, goddamn.
Around 16 were children,
Holy
2
shit.
pregnant women.
Oh, my God.
And then the men and other wives in his group.
Oh, Lord. I didn't. So I knew about Waco, but like I never read into it.
I
But
never
like
read into it either.
I thought that I don't even know what I thought. I just didn't know. I just knew of the thing, and honestly, I started the whole Netflix show thing, but I never finished it. So that's my fault.
51 days.
I never.
Oh.
never
It
said-
was 51 day
51
standoff
days.
between the
Wow.
Branch Davidians and the FBI.
Wow. Okay.
And it ended, April 19th, the FBI raided the compound, used tear gas, fire broke out, which they still don't know the source of, and then 76 of the 85 were killed, including Koresh and some children.
Wow.
So this Howell guy, like, so it wasn't necessarily a mass suicide. It was, you know, mass homicide.
No.
And then a suicide on his part, or did everybody like? kill
I
themselves?
feel like he was.
Shot people and then shot himself in the end,
Yeah, I
because
feel
they
like-
didn't want to do it. They didn't want to die, so he either made the men shoot themselves or shoot their wives.
Yeah, I feel like some of them at least
okay.
had the. I don't know. I don't want to say guts, but like I feel like some of them were able to kill themselves, and then he was able to I guess manipulate and convince the rest to either kill off some of the rest, and then if they couldn't, he himself would pretty much kill them off and then end up killing himself.
Yeah, he forced people, or like men and women, to kill their children as well.
When was it? What year was this?
Oh fuck! I just got it.
I feel like he knew like it was over.
It was definitely over.
He was not gonna come out of this, so he was like, "Hey, we're not gonna make it. So make your choice: either be incarcerated for fucking years for what we fucking did, or fucking kill yourselves
1993.
off right fucking now."
And you know what? It all started off as a huge like we should probably make a whole nother episode on like the Waco event, but pretty much it was, I feel like they did nothing wrong pretty much, I think, because the whole thing was like they got the feds got word that there were weapons being stored there and they were possibly being sold and blah 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 blah. So they pretty much tried to go off this whole raid, and then the people at Waco were pretty much like, no, we're gonna fucking stand our ground, and then that ended up being this whole fucking thing.
So basically, the FBI was warned that he was molesting children. So I guess, I don't know if they escaped or what had happened, but children who had grown up reported that Koresh or Howell had molested them, and then the reason they actually went up there was because the alleged possession of potential legal arms on the site. Okay. So they showed up February 28th, 1993, and it all ended April 19th. So 51 days standoff between him and the police.
That's a long time, actually, just to be
almost
being held up in the fucking they would have had to have been starving near the end, you know?
Well, they had been living there for a while. He had moved his, wives.
No, yeah, for sure. But like, in order to stay off that standoff, they couldn't have left that building, is what I'm saying. So they had to have at least been able to self hold themselves on with like food and water for that amount of time, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I just think it's great that they were able to, get some children out before the end of the siege. I'm not sure how many children got out, but there were some children they were able to negotiate in order to free.
Okay. Is there I don't know. I feel like nowadays, if any of this would have happened, I definitely think that it would be a lot less messy.
Yeah, and it would not have lasted 51 days. It would have lasted maybe
a day or two.
A few days at most. I
just don't think that... I don't know. There's a lot of things. Like, personally, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, something modern. If it were to happen now, they would take into consideration like the risks and like the people in there and like what could happen. But honestly, I think that this would have been I think that this could have been handled a lot more efficiently. Like it definitely could have. It was way too messy. Way too many people got killed, and it's just, I don't know. There should have been definitely more of it. There should have been a more investigation going on.
Well, I mean, with the illegal weapons and such, they didn't know what they were up against because they couldn't go search.
Yeah, they had nothing to go off of. They were just like, oh, someone told us that there's this over here, so we're gonna look. And obviously, they knew their rights, so they didn't fucking let them.
Also, David Koresh was like a very, powerful leader, and they feared him. And he actually had this church for over 9 years before the Waco siege. So they were, like 100% under him. And there's actually people who are still part of the Branch Davidians today that, still believe that he's their spiritual leader and they'll follow him through heaven and hell.
Yeah, even which though, is pretty crazy.
He's dead.
I mean, yeah. No, Robles.
All right.
Back? Well, not back, but like...
Yeah.
Start us off with the Children of God.
So, Children of God was first founded by this one guy named David Berg.
Man, what is it with these Davids and starting cults? Like, holy shit! Like,
Well,
do I
David
know
wasn't
David?
his real name,
But still,
David Brant Berg was born February 18th, 1919.
Okay.
He was also known as King David,
He gave himself that name.
Moses, David, Father David, Dad, or Grandpa
Yeah.
to his followers.
He gave all these names were names that he came up with for people to call him.
Yeah. In 1968, the Children of God was founded in the Huntington Beach, California. It was originally named Teens for Christ. Now, right off the bat, it's pretty fucking sketch.
Why?
Teens for Christ. All right, so
Okay.
you'll see why later on in the fucking while we fucking talk about it. I don't know how much you read on it, but it's
I read a very large portion of it,
Yeah.
but I was saying why, but like why you think it's sketch.
so. It gained notoriety as the Children of God and finally renamed to what it is known now today as the Family of Love or the Family International. So, from what I read, this dude basically decided to create this whole fucking religious group full of young people and basically tell them, hey, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to learn. This is what you need to go through if you want to ever see the passages right and actually go on to heaven and see Jesus Christ himself. What I think is so fucked up about it is that he basically manipulated a bunch of young people, a bunch of children, mind you, into this basically sex cult where he made them do these horrible, terrible fucking acts to him because he saw himself as basically a fucking messiah. He saw himself as the actual fucking hey, you need to have sex with me in order to actually go on into heaven. And that fucks me up. That
Why?
fucks me up on a personal level.
Why?
It's just so fucked up. Me personally, I fucking hate. It's a really touchy.
hate what?
It's a touchy subject
You okay? Why?
with me personally because
Yes. Why?
as
Rip
I
the
grew
Band-Aid
up-
off.
Huh?
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Well, I mean, so me personally, I was never raped. I was never, molested or anything as a child. Thankfully. But I had a bunch of friends. I had a bunch of family members, mind you, who definitely were. And listening to all these stories and listening to all these different tragic fucking events that happened to them, it changed my fucking view on everything in life. People who actually have the fucking nerve to basically manipulate these fucking children and to actually make them do these horrible fucking things. It's just so fucked up.
It's definitely not anything new within the last several hundred years.
Exactly.
Child sex
sex trafficking.
sex trafficking. No, but what's the pedophilia?
Yeah.
All of that. It's been around for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. It's been a thing. It's not. It's still seen as taboo because it's wrong. It's definitely immoral and unethical and disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it should come as a surprise nowadays. I think it's definitely shouldn't be normalized. But
I think it's sad that it's such a common thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And even back then, that's fucking horrible.
There's some cultures where there'll be 11, 12, 13-year-old girls who have to get married to some old man or whatever, and that's just normal for them.
Yeah, a lot of countries in Africa are like this shit is normal, and it's I don't know, to the modern countries it is definitely wrong, and I too myself No, and I have a personal, I guess, like, vendetta against fucking these people. I'm sure, like, at least every one of us in this room has had, like, ourselves or someone that we know of, like, been affected by such a thing.
There's just some cultures in the world that think that as soon as like a woman starts menstruating, that like that is like she's in adulthood now, even though she might be 11, 12 years old, but mentally like she's not like they're not, you know, an adult.
Yeah, that's not.
So I'd just like to say personally, this kind of really hits home because a lot of people don't know I was actually raped. Yes, it does happen in the Army, and I can't even imagine being a child at that age. Even at 18 years old, that shit fucks you up.
Mm. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's okay. I promise.
No, I know of it, but I just
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's a very touchy subject. But you can go on.
It's a really fucked up thing, you know. I have an aunt who was molested and raped constantly, basically on a fucking daily basis by my own fucking grandfather.
Okay.
On my mother's side. And to this day, you know, my mother still has a love for him because, you know, that's her father. And thankfully that never happened to her because my aunt stopped him. And it's a really fucked up thing. You know, I've definitely met my grandfather multiple times, and I still see him, you know, every now and then, even definitely when I go back home. But in the back of my mind, I still think, because whenever I see him, you know, he's always happy. He's always like, oh, you know, like, let's party, let's have a great time because, you know, my grandson is here. But in the back of my mind, I think to myself, this is the man who raped and molested on multiple accounts my aunt and basically ruined her fucking life, who she now can't even have children because of how fucked up the things that he did to her. And no person, nor will I ever wish this upon anyone, has to go through that. And it's a really fucked up situation to manipulate and to take advantage of anyone like that.
Especially children.
Especially fucking children.
So yeah, that's. I'm very sorry that happened to your family and to your aunts. But yeah, this continued to happen across this society, this cult, the Children of God, who then had renamed themselves a few times, and this common practice was known to get people to pretty much get initiated into the cult, and new members would follow this practice called flirt fishing, I think it's called flirty fishing, and they would pretty much be like, hey, they would talk about the society, the organization, and the family of love, which is what they had to rebrand themselves afterwards to like get the image off of what the original society was. Yeah, it was like we're the family of love. So what they would do is they would gather people and they would talk to them and they would drink with them, and pretty much David. So yeah, they were disillusionized, I guess is a word, in 1976. The Children of God, and renamed by David Berg, who introduced a new method called flirt fishing, or FFing.
Yeah.
FFing, which pretty much was like encourage female members to show God's love through sexual relationships with potential converts. So it pretty much, he's like, hey, you're a female, show God's love to this man or woman. They look like they could potentially convert to what we believe in. So hey,
so it's kind of like a brothel.
Yeah,
Of like
or like almost like prostitution almost.
In a sense, but it wasn't viewed that way because it was like, I am manifesting my sexual energy, my being, and I am manifesting God in it to you. They're pretty much trying to convert people through sex. Using these women.
Yeah, they're trying to make it seem like a religious thing, but in all actuality, it's really not. Like, and you can see why people can't accept the organization or cult for what it is now, even way back then, because of the simple fact of their past history and that they're trying to rebrand themselves. Like, it's just. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking.
It's burned in their past.
Yeah. You can't change that. Just like Nazis, you know. Like, I mean, I know that Germany, you know, like they really advocate for not allowing Nazi history to be around, and also like you can actually get arrested and put in prison for simply like doing the Nazi salute.
Yeah, trying to. Yeah. It's people that, like, I don't know if you guys have probably seen like people jokingly fucking do the whole fucking salute thing. Like that's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. Pretty much short. But according to the TFI, over 100,000 people received God's gift, quote unquote, as a salvation through Jesus, and chose to live life with them as missionaries. And that's just a small percentage or maybe like less than half, because from 1974 and 1987, the members had sexual contact with 223,989 people while practicing flirty fishing. So you can just imagine the size and the spread of this organization and what they would do, because in the back end, they would still continue doing these darker acts with children, with other women, and like a lot of that didn't change. And then in 1982 to 1994, they changed. They became the family, and to this current day, they are now called the Family International, starting in 2004. And didn't you say that Joaquin Phoenix, which starred in the recent The Joker movie?
Yeah.
Him and his siblings and other family members, pretty much a lot of the Phoenixes, were also part of this organization.
Yeah, they were definitely indoctrinated. So Joaquin Phoenix's parents were definitely indoctrinated into God's children in a very young age, and basically I don't know what else to say, but basically they were born and bred and basically created Joaquin Phoenix and his siblings into the religion itself. And at a very young age, I mean, that's all that Joaquin Phoenix, as well as his siblings, that's all they knew. And eventually, Joaquin Phoenix's parents were like, you know what, this is messed up. This is a very messed up fucking situation that we're in. And thankfully, they left that scene. They left, and Joaquin Phoenix eventually then went on to become a very successful actor. And I definitely think, on a personal level, that The Joker is a very, very good movie that Joaquin Phoenix starred in.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, I think he starred in a couple movies.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you guys have not seen The Joker, I would recommend definitely watching it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Definitely great movie. Definitely has a lot of modern.
He was also in
Yeah.
Signs with Mel Gibson. Which
That's-
was,
He
an alien
was
movie.
he was okay in that movie.
It was a pretty good movie.
He was okay. I mean, I remember the movie more through the scary movie version of it, where they fucking made fun of it. Excuse me.
Really, the only thing that I really remember from that movie was the scene whenever the alien comes in the house and
Yeah.
he's beating him with the bat and whatnot.
The
I
only
have not seen that movie.
Yeah, you haven't seen
yeah,
Signs?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's okay. It's one of those.
It's one of those like
It's-
fucked
it's-
up
it's-
alien movies.
It's not even that fucked up.
I mean,
It's not even.
it's-
It's not fucked up
It's
at
a
all.
scary movie.
It's a quote unquote
Well, okay,
scary
when
movie.
I was a fucking kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
scary movie.
it fucking scared me. Yeah, but like as an adult, if you were to watch it now, you would probably be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I
but
mean,
like,
That's how
you
I also feel
so-
about Jeepers Creepers.
You know, Jeepers Creepers was I was terrified of that
it
movie
was a
as a
terrifying movie, but
Yeah,
now,
but
when
now
I
it's
watch it as an
fucking
adult,
hysterical.
It's stupid.
It's fucking stupid as fuck. But if you watch the Signs and then if you watch Signs, watch the scary movie version of it afterwards.
It's funny as fuck.
It's definitely worth the watch.
One big fucking spoof. It's hilarious.
Queen Phoenix, please sponsor.
Yes,
I
the
do-
Joker.
Please sponsor us. We'll watch every one of your movies.
I do want to say though
Hollywood, if you're listening,
that
please sponsor us.
Heath Ledger had a better Joker though.
Yeah,
No, I
I
don't-
feel like the
yeah.
Joker movie was very like relatable for the generation.
It was
though,
definitely
so-
meant to be respun and definitely like, hey, let's try to.
So-
it was a whole different vibe, whole different thing, and it was more of a take on like modern problems.
So
I liked it. It was
yeah,
good.
and I appreciate that, but
I would like this. Oh, go ahead. Go.
oh, I just want to say, like, I appreciate that, you know, it took on this whole new direction, but at the same time, Heath Ledger's performance, like, from the way that the Joker was perceived in the past, you know, like the way that
The comical,
yeah,
like
it was very
comics.
comical and
Not
just,
comical, the comics one. Yeah.
You know, I can't remember what the dude's name. The very first Joker on the old TV show was fucking Adam West and all this and that. That original Joker, you know, his was very comical and cynical. And then, I can't think of his name. Jack Nicholson. His was very comical as well. And then, Heath Ledger, he didn't have a whole lot to go off of. You know, it was either follow the trend of being comical or completely reinvent the Joker.
And it was
I feel
pretty
like,
legendary.
yeah, and I feel like Joaquin definitely took a little bit of inspiration from that because it is a very good role, you know, and you know the way
It's
that
huge.
Heath Ledger perceived the Joker, he completely invented the way that the Joker is, and it was a very dark and menacing Joker.
So
And that's what Joaquin kind of
sorry.
what he
Sorry to cut you off.
or fucking inspired that from.
So what I do have to say is that I remember vividly the first time that I saw the Joker. We actually saw it in theaters. It was you and me.
Yeah. The recent one, yeah.
Yeah, and I was terrified. Hang on, let me explain. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a panic disorder. And during the time, I was basically at the very peak of my panic disorder. I didn't know how to control it. It basically overcame my fucking life. And it was a terrible time for me. But I decided to go watch it. And, you know, watching a movie basically about someone's mental health fucking basically disintegrating and basically fucking like taking over his whole life, not being able to control it. It fucking like it sent me to the fucking moon. I wasn't able to enjoy the movie, but I was able to basically understand him on a very personal level when I watched the movie for the first time. Like I said, I could not control my disorder at the time, and it was terrifying. Watching the movie, I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave mid fucking movie because I could not control how I was fucking feeling. I was having a panic attack the whole fucking time. And I did not genuinely fucking enjoy it. Not because the movie wasn't good, but because I thought it hit the nail on the fucking head. And I genuinely felt a personal fucking connection with the Joker, with Joaquin Phoenix's fucking performance. And it sucked. It sucked because I was unable to genuinely appreciate, every single thing, because I didn't even want to look at the screen. I was fucking petrified. I was fucking scared. Because I was like, holy shit, like this dude's whole life revolves around his fucking disorder and what is basically going on with him. Like his relationship, if you haven't seen the Joker, and I'm about to spoil it, if you haven't seen it, I mean, you know what, that's on you. But he had a whole relationship with with a neighbor that he had, in his mind, that went on for a very long time, and that he fully had a great time with, but it turned out to be nothing but just basically him, just perceiving it as that. It never actually happened. And that definitely fucking, like, it fucked me up the most. Because, like, I was like, shit, like, am I going to basically end up like that? Am I going to basically let, like, this fucking, like, stupid fucking brain disorder that I have basically overcome me and basically make me who I am? So I'm probably rambling right now, but you know what? The movie definitely, like, hit me on a very personal level at the time. It definitely, like, showed me, like, a lot of different things. I didn't enjoy it at the first time not because it wasn't a good film, but because I genuinely was not having a good time while I was watching it, because I genuinely actually, like, was able to level on it. But it was definitely by far a really great film. I genuinely liked it. I think it truly shows what the Joker is. The Joker is basically a villain, but not for the wrong reasons. The Joker is fucked up not because he wants to, but because he was born to. That saying where, like, some superheroes are born to be superheroes, some superheroes are made to be superheroes. But no one ever really talks about supervillains. Well, what if that same saying is the same thing? Not every supervillain was born to be a supervillain, but some were made to.
What do you have to say?
I was gonna say, that kind of links in with the whole cult thing. Like, these people believed truly that they were, prophets of God, and they were hearing his voice and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that ties in almost perfectly.
Like, they really thought that they were doing the right thing.
Yeah, they didn't see the wrong in it, and just like the Joker, couldn't fathom that he was doing anything wrong, because that's just, what he was born with.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people that nowadays still, it's like mental disorders everywhere, and it's not like it's just gonna disappear in a certain era. It's everywhere. But no, it was a good little side topic that we mentioned there. But some, I guess, honorable mentions, or I guess notable members that were part of this cult were Jeremy Spencer, one of the founding members of Fleetwood Mac, the music group. He left in 1971 when he joined TFI, the Family International. And some others that were raised in the Children of God and then later left were Christopher Owens. He was a musician. Celeste Jones and Christina Jones, they were co-authors. Juliana Burig, she was the first woman to bicycle around the world. And then Rose McGowan, she was a film actress. And then River Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix, Rain Phoenix, and Summer Phoenix, which were actors. Like we just mentioned earlier. Suzanne Justice, she was an American pop rock singer. Tina Dupuy, she was an American journalist. Ricky Rodriguez, Lauren Hugh, Flor Edwards, Don Watson. He was Brazilian. He was a victim of sexual abuse while living in the TFI community. Taylor Stevens, she was also an author. Those are some of the people that are notable that you may or may not have heard of in popular culture. But yeah, this group was pretty huge and pretty spread around the world. And they've had to change their name and change their acts publicly because of the controversy surrounded by them, because there was a lot of sex trafficking, there was a lot of child abuse, sexual abuse, and just a controversy all around. They've had to do their thing, and to this day they're still around, and you can visit their website. Yeah.
A lot of these cult groups are actually still around, and I think it's crazy. Like the Branch Davidians, the People's Church, like all of them are still around. They're all trying to, re-image themselves, but they're still following basically the same ideals.
And like that's what I was gonna say. Is like, how long has the Family International been around? Like the 60s, 70s?
Since the 60s.
Yeah, and like they're still around. It's been over 50 years, and they're still.
Yeah, they've had to rebrand themselves and a few times.
Yeah, but like, in essence, they're still like, when it comes down to the root of everything, they're still the same. They're still doing the same thing that they were 50 years ago, just in a different, like almost in a somewhat different manner.
Yeah.
It's like if the Nazis were to basically rebrand themselves and say like, oh hey, like earlier, like you said, like, hey, like, like we're not like how we used to be. If the Nazis today were to basically say like, oh, like we've changed, we're still called the Nazis, but we're different now.
But that wouldn't be a good example. They wouldn't be called the Nazis anymore if you're trying to go off of this example. They would rebrand themselves.
I mean, we have neo-Nazis.
They would be called something like the fucking,
they're still the Nazi in there.
The hope of the future or some stupid shit.
Yeah, like they'd be like, we're just killing Jews because God told us to or whatever.
Yeah,
like this is God's plan or whatever. Like no,
God's plan.
Drake, if you're listening,
you said that you love me.
Please sponsor us. Please sponsor us. God's plan is a great song.
It's all right. I'm not
it's not a great song. I'm sorry, Drake, if you're listening, but it's alright. It's alright.
Zachary Myers is calling you out.
You got better hits out there. Like
Zachary
honestly,
Myers said he got more bars than you ever will.
I'm not. That's not what I'm insinuating at all.
I think that's what he said.
But hey, I do want to say though that like Drake, honestly, if you're listening, you do need to make an album like Nothing Was the Same or Take Care 2. Please.
Speaking of which,
and check out Zachary Myers' SoundCloud.
Kanye's fucking manager.
I do have a SoundCloud.
Kanye's manager is saying that Kanye is going to drop a new album soon.
Which
I knew it was coming, but still.
I don't care for it because it's all overhyped.
There's so many artists that are coming out with music this year. Like, okay, so J. Cole just released an album.
It was okay.
It was pretty good.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Okay.
How about you step back from being a super fan and then take a look at it from a third party non-fan perspective. Like if you want to get into J. Cole, the whole album was not great. He had good songs in there, but the entire every song was not great.
Okay,
He had great songs in there, but not every song was the best.
But you gotta really listen to the lyrics and you gotta dissect it. That's the thing. No, because
this is just like that meme.
like the
There's
Olivia
so many.
Rodrigo's album better.
Every
not-
J. Cole super fan
Rodriguez.
is acting like you
He's
are.
not. He's not making music to be a banger, to be a bop, to be in the top 100 or the top 5 or whatever for a long time. He's making music because that shit is true. He's speaking from the heart. Like that shit is real.
Yeah, but not
shit.
every song is great.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple throwaway
That's all
songs
I'm
on there,
saying.
but
That's
you
all
gotta
I'm
realize
saying.
that there's
No, that's all I'm saying. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you for agreeing with me.
There's a lot of music out there.
What's up?
A lot of
You
albums.
won't at rap news though.
Yeah, you won't.
Fuck
do
is
it,
that?
Rap news?
Yeah, apparently they're not fucking good enough because
Really?
yep, fuck rap
You
news.
never heard of rap news?
Fuck at rap news. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, you about to get a
But
If
lot
I've
of
never
hate.
heard of them, I've never heard of them. I've never heard of
I'm
them.
just saying though, like there's a lot of albums from a lot of artists that they release music, and and there's just a lot of throwaway songs. But
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And
Okay,
thank
okay,
you
well, anyway.
for agreeing. No, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. No, that's
There's
it.
a lot of artists
No,
releasing
that's
music.
it.
There's a lot of
Nah,
artists
that's
releasing
it.
music. There's J. Cole. Drake's releasing his Certified Lover Boy soon, whenever that might be. He was supposed to release it back in January.
Zachary Myers, our own Zachary Myers, is about to drop his brand new album.
I don't
soon.
have a new album.
His
What are you
Christmas
talking
album
about?
comes
His
out next
Christmas
month.
album's about to come soon.
I
and
don't have an
y'all
album.
about to
I'm coming
fucking-
soon.
The world is about to be fucking shook. Like
No.
Zachary Myers, aka Lil Zach, is about to drop.
Hey, French Fry 22 is about to drop a saxophone jazz album.
Cinnamon
Drop that
Twist.
shit.
Cinnamon
And
Twist jazz
he is
album
calling
coming out.
he's calling out Drake. He's calling out Eminem himself.
Yo,
He's
whoa,
calling-
no.
Not the boy
you don't-
Eminem, that's from
you don't,
Michigan,
You don't
yo.
bring Eminem in any conversation unless it's good.
I'm gonna be honest. Because Eminem ain't listening, and if he is listening, I'm just saying you fucking just stop making music, bro. Like you just.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like you had a good run. That's
I
it.
do- I do-
That's
I
all I'm
do
saying.
wanna
You had a
say-
good run, and then your newest album, it was kind of it was
I
trash.
think it was
I
good.
do-
I mean, I feel
I
like
do wanna
no.
say
You know
that-
what? No, fuck you. No, like Eminem, you were great, and now garbage.
What do you mean?
I think it was
Like,
great.
yeah, he's been in the music business for over 20 years.
And
like-
now it's time to fucking get
like,
off.
I mean,
Go
I'm not-
away.
I'm not
Do some
saying- I'm
do
not-
some
wait.
other shit.
Have
I'm
you
not
listened to
saying that-
Godzilla?
Yeah, garbage.
I'm not saying that
think it
he's
was good.
garbage,
Can I
but
make a
like
comment?
he just.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on. Whoa.
I thought we were talking about cults.
Okay, yeah, but okay, we'll get back to that here in a second. But I just want to say,
Yeah,
like,
we will be ending the episode soon. Actually,
Eminem, like, he was been in the music business for 20 years. You know, he's came out with a lot of music, a lot of content. You know, he's
yeah,
just
no,
getting,
and
he's
I
getting-
loved him. I loved him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
I
he should
had
stop
too.
making music.
But yeah, he's gotten to the point where he's talked about as much as he possibly could. So it's like, you've already gotten what you've needed out of rap. Like, you've already established yourself as one of the greatest rappers of all time. You've got all the money that you've possibly ever wanted. Just stop. Like, you don't need any more money.
Just stop.
Give them, like, it'd be different if he was like, oh, I'm gonna make this album and then I'm gonna give all the proceeds to, like, cancer patients or whatever, But no, just stop making music.
Our own Zachary
For me.
Myers is
For me,
calling
at
out
least.
Lil Yachty. He's calling out.
Oh,
Oh god, Lil Yachty's trash.
Any artist with a name Lil in it has maybe one or two songs that are great.
Whoa,
Hey,
you
hold
can't
on,
hail
Lil
Lil Wayne
Wayne.
though. Yeah,
Lil
exactly.
Wayne.
Lil Wayne, you cannot hail Lil Wayne.
You can't call out Lil Wayne like that though.
Lil Wayne, if you're listening, you can sponsor us. But I'm just saying, you had a good flame while
Bro,
you had
Lil
it.
Wayne is actually going through some.
Nah,
He's going
everyone's
through some
going through
shit.
some
He's
shit.
going through
No one
some
has a
shit.
fucking
No,
excuse.
he's
I don't
been
give a
going through
fuck
some
who you
shit
are.
right
I
now.
don't give a fuck.
I
I do
do-
not give a single fuck who you are. If you're a celebrity artist, you're a person. You have talent. That talent has a runtime, bitch. Like, you have lived your life. You give up, start another hobby, do something else. We don't want to hear you no more.
Paramount, please sponsor us.
But I do want to say though, like fucking Kendrick's releasing a new album too. Please don't tell me you fucking
No,
hate Kendrick.
I love these artists.
Zachary
I'm just
Myers is
saying
calling out Kendrick.
they lived up to their. That's it. They're done.
Kendrick's releasing a new album. Rihanna's gonna be releasing a new album.
Rihanna.
Fucking who else?
Zachary
Rihanna's
Myers
overrated.
Is calling out Rihanna.
She's
I
overrated.
love Rihanna.
They're all overrated.
She's so beautiful.
She's overrated.
She's gorgeous.
She is not overrated.
Beyonce
She's
is
not.
overrated.
Beyonce,
No,
yes.
Beyonce,
Rihanna,
yes.
no.
Beyonce overrated as fuck. Honestly,
Doja Cat, if you're listening, you
Oh.
are my wife. You
Yeah.
are literally my fucking
Get off the
future
fu-
wife.
get off
Doja
the fucking
Cat, I would. That's my future wife. I love
you,
her.
you look like you had something to say. I feel like we've definitely ventured off, and we're a little bit off what normally is our podcast limit. But what do you gotta say?
But can I make a quick marketing plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, you want to show your hoodies so I can say my little line? Get out of the way,
yeah, go
Myers.
ahead.
Alright.
If you're watching on the
Well,
video
right.
From
portion,
the, hey, this is my marketing team. Senior marketer right here. Back to the hoodies. Swiggity swooty, come get your hoodies. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
swiggity swooty, come get your fucking hoodies. If you got a booty, you gotta get a hoodie, no matter what you are, where
It
you
might
are.
be summer, but you need them for those cold bonfire nights.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
if you
true.
But honestly,
That's true.
it's summer, so people probably don't need.
There's also
sweatshirts.
t-shirts. I like the one that somebody drew. I think it was Robles with
Yeah.
the little smiling faces on it. I got one coming on the way. I'll plug that shit soon.
Honestly,
but
that
come get your hoodies
that
for
smiley
bonfire
face,
season.
That smiley face, that motherfucker speaks to me.
I'm telling y'all, like, hey,
Motherfucker
like,
speaks
if
to
y'all
me.
want me to drop a new fucking like shirt design, I'm telling y'all, I can make that shit on. I can make that shit on MS Paint any fucking day. I'm telling.
He can make that shit in like 60 seconds, to be honest.
But speaking of orders and nearing the end frame of what the podcast episode is, thank you for listening up to this point if you have. Also, thank you, Jeffrey, for ordering a new shirt today. He was the I'm not going to say his full name, and I'm not going to plug his
don't
his
call people
Instagram.
out.
I'm calling him out, but I'm not calling him.
No, don't say the full name.
Shut up.
That's
Shut
HIPAA,
up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Jeffrey, you know who you are. I'm not going to plug in your Instagram. I'm not going to say your full name, but you know who you are. And you were the first person to actually listen to us and say, or comment, beans on our latest post. And you know what? This guy's the fucking real deal, because I was like, you know what? Fucking, hit us up again. I got in his DMs and I was like, hey, like, let us know if you check out our store.
You slid in his DM.
I slid in his DMs and I was like, hey man, like, let us know when you're on checkout, and let us know like what you want, so I can send you that discount code. And you know what? He was like, no. I was like, he's like, no, I'm good, bro. Like, I want to support you guys. I want to support the show. And so that speaks
That's
a
honestly
lot.
very heartfelt.
That's not a drag.
Yeah.
This is a drag.
Yo, we're talking about Jeffrey, and y'all are like not even paying attention. This man, Jeffrey.
I am the marketing team.
Jeffrey, if you're listening right now, if you've gotten this far in the episode, which I'm pretty sure you have, honestly,
you got a big
dog,
cock, bro.
Thank you.
you got some big dick energy. You got a horse cock, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Controversial number 4.
You were
That's
real
like
one.
20.
You a real G.
You're right.
If you made it this far, but we love you. All of our support is for you. Okay,
Yeah, we
we're not just
appreciate
for you. It's for everybody. But you're a homie. You're a homie now. And you know what? This actually brings us to our weekly homie check. So how are you doing? How you doing, Jeffrey?
I hope you're doing good.
You doing good? Yeah,
I hope everyone-
we hope you're doing good. And we hope that everybody's doing good. So we're gonna take like 5 seconds to let you all respond. So 5 seconds. You know what? That was actually super interesting. Like we love you guys. We do this for you. We love doing this every Thursday. I know you enjoy doing this. I'm getting pretty drunk right now.
I can tell that all
Jeremy
of
hasn't
you.
even touched her fucking drink.
Robles.
It's apple juice.
It's
anyways.
juicy juice.
Yeah, she hasn't
Juice, yeah.
touched her juicy juice this
Yeah.
whole time.
Hey, listen.
Chug your juicy juice.
Yeah, chug your juicy juice.
Rudy.
I'd just like to say, ladies, thanks for listening if you want. Homie check on the ladies.
Yeah, exactly. For every
check is for everybody.
Wow.
No, the homie check is for everybody. Yes, but
It's non-discriminatory.
for our analytics, actually starting off, a lot of the women, primarily
Women.
the primary listener was women, and thank you.
The primary listener was a whack.
Yeah, the primary listener before. I would have to, check the current analytics, but right now I think it's more men than women. But there's still a good portion of women listening to us, and for that, we thank you because we need you, and you guys aren't recognized as much as you should be. So thank you.
Thanks for having me rep the women on the podcast.
100%.
So.
Like, wow.
Finally, for the first time, that's actually going to get posted.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, this is. Thank you, Genevieve. Jen.
Thank you.
You are on this,
Glad this
and
is
you're
finally
gonna
going
be,
up, so
yeah,
I
you're
can-
gonna be on this on our next episode, maybe if you
Also-
are cool enough.
Only on our
No, I mean, I'll be on leave, but
I do want to say, I do have SoundCloud at Myers_Zachary. I'll say that again.
But he never posts any music, though.
All right, that was your single
It's all,
plugin.
it's all lowercase. MYERS.
He does call out Kendrick. He does call out Eminem. He does
No,
call
I
out.
do not.
He calls out Lil Yachty,
don't.
bro. Like he calls out
I really
everybody.
don't.
Like he literally calls out anybody, whoever the fuck you are.
And if he
calls you
hasn't,
out.
if he hasn't called him out, he's going to, because you know what? He's a fucking straight gangster like that.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, that means he's a straight bitch. So you know how you heard it here first. He said himself that he's a bitch if he doesn't call you out.
Yeah, he said that he will make a brand new intro in the next 2 weeks. So that intro that you keep hearing, he's about to make a brand new intro. So the intro that you've been hearing this whole time, he's about to make a brand new one. He said that he's about to make a brand new one for Dudes versus Everything. And he said himself that if you want to call him out, he will be ready any fucking day, any fucking
I'll be
time.
ready with the heat.
All right. But speaking of emails and all that, if you guys want to send in your own stories, send in your own crime stories, send in your own anything, you can hit us up at dudes versus everything at gmail.com or at support at dudesversuseverything.com, or hit us up on our Instagram at dvepodcast.com.
Or if you want to send anything. If you want to send physical fucking objects like dildos
Like
or some
mail?
shit.
oh god.
Yeah.
No,
mail.
we're not going to post our
No,
mail address on this.
okay.
We can find
You
that
have
mail
a P.O.
address.
box, dude.
Yes.
It's not like it fucking matters.
I have a P.O. box, but I'm not going to put that on this. You
Why
can
not?
find the P.O. box on our fucking wherever you want it. If you don't find it, it's because I haven't put it up there for
It's
a good
because
reason.
Jesus is scared.
I'm not
Jesus
scared.
is scared
Are you scared?
of God's children.
I mean,
No, I'm not
I am, to be honest. Like,
I'm
not
being a
even
good
gonna lie.
noodle.
yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm not ready to accept physical things from people yet.
He is ready to like receive physical love, physical appreciation.
You can ignore whatever he's saying right now, but accept everything that we just mentioned. We have the patreon.com/DVE. We have the Instagram at DVE Podcast, the Facebook, Dudes versus Everything,
and
the
our marketing
website,
team will make
dudesversuseverything.com. We don't have a Twitter
We'll
yet.
make a TikTok soon.
We don't have a TikTok. We may or may not
do
make
need
a TikTok
We
yet.
need a TikTok.
I will be making a TikTok for Dudes versus Everything.
Bet.
Marketing team. Mic drop.
Oh,
Nice.
wow, that was actually really
Nice.
loud.
So we thank you again if you made it this far. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, this will be a series in itself of cults.
Space.
This is
Aliens.
part one of the mega series, I guess you could call it, of cults. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for making it this far. Stay tuned next time. I am, as always, we are your hosts, Jesus Perez. And that's Rudy Robles over there beatboxing like a fucking...
Nigga, we up and grinning.
And that's Myers
rapping,
trying to.
And I'm Jen, your marketing team.
And we will see
And
you.
Morris.
Gotta turn around,
Alright.
slap you round, break it down until all you niggas get it. Spin a minute. Means that's the true shit. Do you got a minute? We know you ain't gonna do shit. You can do it. I'm like a bitch, nigga can't pull the trigger. And when y'all know you ain't what you really see. Got a dream, just believe you can make it happen. Step out the game, making shit, cause you know it's like a fundamental to help you. Just follow the bigger picture with the set figures. Hey! That was good though. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I have no idea what I just listened to, but I'm
alright.
alright. That's so fucking okay.
That was good.